celebrate. They have done it.
Hi everyone, back to Evermore YouTube channel. It's Chris back with my rant stroke thought of the day, and there is only one thought really to get stuck into. You know what I'm talking about. I'm triggered again all over again. It's the badge. That's right. Newcastle United held their kind of consultation with the supporters, the fan advisory board, etc., about the new badge design. I didn't go to it. I did get the invite, but by the time I actually looked at it, I was a bit busy with the old day job. I missed the deadline, so I couldn't actually go. Now, what has been confirmed on social media is that the leaked image, which Mark's going to pull up right now, was discussed in the meeting, and they said they were going to, tweak that design, I think, and finalize that design for the new badge. Just pause for a second and have a look at this monstrosity of a badge. I said it when it first got leaked. It looks like a teenager who scribbled in the back of the art book who's bored in their lesson. It looks absolutely abysmal. It's like shit 3D graphics from, an early PlayStation game or something like that. I don't know what they're smoking and how much they've paid somebody to come up with that monstrosity of a badge. Changing the badge was a touchy subject anyway. We all saw that from the overreaction from people who, by the way, put up way better designs than this thing on social media. The designs that Mark bashed out were way better than this fucking thing. I've seen loads of really good designs, magpies and circular badges, a couple of magpies with a castle, way better than this monstrosity of a thing. But changing the badge was always going to be a touchy subject, and I had to make sure they got this right. Now, we said this in the first video, the cynic, and you might think that they've already made the decision, they've already signed off on the new design, and they just want to test the water with the fans, and then when the fans go to the meetings and then they go, well, you voted for it, you were happy with it, you didn't kick off about it. But that cannot be the badge. That is absolutely abysmal. Newcastle United's badge, yes, it is, kind of eccentric and detailed and hard to print and all that stuff. And I get the marketing spiel and talk that the club did in the email and the presentation, all of the stuff that went with it. But that badge there, that 3D shit PlayStation 1, first edition badge cannot be the final design. It really, really can't. There's been such an uproar from supporters about this leaked image in the first place, and the fact that it was actually shown on a screen in the meeting is bone-chillingly frightening, really. I really hope that the club listened to the supporters about that badge. That looks shocking. I mean, it won't be the badge next season, there's no doubt about it. It'll be the season after, but that looks absolutely terrible. It really, really does. There is different options they could do here. The club, they could keep the badge for the shirt, and then they could change the badge, for socials and for digital prints and all of this stuff. A bit like Liverpool have done with their badge. Mark pulls up the image there in the background by the wonder of YouTube. But that 3D twisted PlayStation 1 shit graphic badge cannot be the badge. It really, really can't. People's AI generated badges look way better than that. It really, really did. Swapping the seahorses for the magpies, and circular badges and shields. I mean, there was some monstrosities as well, by the way, but there was no harm done. People were just trying to be a little bit creative, try and engage in the conversation. They certainly didn't deserve to get their head ripped off by the army of trolls, certainly on X. It's a bit like, remember that scene in Game of Thrones when Jon Snow whips his sword out against the army? That's pretty much social media. When you say something that people don't agree with, they just attack you, and they did attack people in their fucking droves. But that badge to me is absolutely rank. It really, really is. There is a follow-up meeting for people to attend. Maybe I'll manage to go to that one. I'll make sure I kind of check my emails before the cut-off date and register. But that badge cannot be the final badge. I'm not sure what else they're going to do to that badge to make it look anywhere decent enough to be the replacement for the iconic Newcastle United badge that's been in situ since the late 80s. They can put colour on that. They could, I don't know, they could put sparkle on. I don't give a fuck. They could put bloody Michelle Keegan on the top, smiling and blowing a kiss at you. It still wouldn't look pretty. That badge is rank. It really, really is. Either keep it as it is or change it altogether. Don't just turn it sideways and turn it into a PlayStation 1 shit graphic, because that's not going to work. It really, really isn't. But let us know in the comments below what you guys think about this badge, the leaked design that obviously was shown at the meeting. Let us know if you were in the meeting as well. What did you think? What was discussed in the meeting? I'm sure it wasn't, sworn to secrecy or anything like that. Share your comments below. We always like to hear from you. Like and subscribe, guys. Keep it evermore. Loads of content to get stuck in this week. There's loads of transfer links coming and going in terms of players. We've got the match preview for the huge game against Arsenal, and we'll be back with the live post-match on Sunday night. Hopefully once we have battered Arsenal and made Arteta, the bedwetter, cry again. He's a disgrace, as he says. So thanks for watching, guys. Keep it evermore. See you next time. Cheers.
have done it.